So technically, that heading is the root of the container because I want to add heading to a lot of things. So is heading the main part of heading is this. So let's cut this out. We'll do heading. Hmm. Okay, that convention doesn't work. So we'll take it out. Let's let's do. I want to do a meme class. The margin is 5. That's what I want to do. I think it's class equals the margin is 5. So let's see if it actually applied it here. So we would go to yeah. App information. There it is. There it is. We can add Easter egg classes like that. The margin is 5. So if we added All right, let's get serious, okay? So we click out of there. What do we? So we change the WYSIWYG because screw that noise. We can do div content editable class width full percent height 40%. Background color white 100. I want to give it Poppins text. Height 9. Cool. Welcome to the jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Mm, 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 mm. We should wrap that in a div. That's what I was doing wrong yesterday. I forgot that I decolonized my flex stylings. They're all hyphenated. Let's go to flex real quick. Gotta go to gap. Let's do this. We're going to do gap. Where was I at? The gap was applied where? Oh yeah, the WYSIWYG. That's where. And then we go to gap 1 pixel. There's not a gap. I escaped it. That should work. Okay, it did work. Just the pixel was. We'll do 10 pixels. Okay. And then let's create a component class for the toolbar. Boom. Then we add right. Boom, boom, boom. So let's change that. Where we'll cut that. Put it above. Or let's do this right here, see what it looks like. And then let's do no gap. And then let's change it to small. I think that'll look a little bit better. Yeah. And then with toolbar, we can always add our own stylings. Boop, boop, boop. Because then we can do like the create contact button technically would be something like once you click it, it would create like a name, address, phone number, blah, blah field that you could enter in information or something like that. But for right now, we are creating just the UI and component pieces. We're not doing any logic yet. And that's the biggest thing I have to tell myself. We're not coding logic. We're just coding UI and styles. That's all we're doing right now. Because I really want to chomp at the bit. And let me go to chat. The shuffle. Did we go through all those songs? There's no way. There's just no way. Off. Let's see if that was enough time. Tunes. About to sneeze. Okay, so it didn't charge at all. Okay. No. No. All right. Okay. I wonder if that's going to be too loud. Because I don't want it to pick up in the mic. But I also want to hear it. We want to bold it. So we're adding these in there.
Why do I have to sneeze so much?
Tell me why. Sorry, I didn't add music to this scene. I do apologize. Okay. Edit hyperlink. What else is it? Don't know how to. Do we have a numbered list for icons? That was a font awesome. Oh, wait. Nope. What more? What does clone look like? Ooh. Oh. Put it in its the same div as the copy. Cool. I guess we can call these like macros. or something like that. All them macros, so to speak. Let's see here. What would be another vital function? Oh, we need to create a drop-down section of the toolbar up here that is a form. There's no action. Where we do a select heading types. So technically be font types. Or technically font styles, really. And then we have option value, paragraph. Font style. Subheading. Heading. And then we'll do class. This is flex row, flex, gap. Actually, pixel. Items center. H3, call it. Cool. Do something like that. Actually, let's wrap that in a div. Just so we can move it around easier. And then we'll do the same thing after the form. That way we're breaking up our toolbar visually and not just running into everything. It's looking good so far. Let's see. That's what I was supposed to ask earlier, but no big deal. So far, so good. Whenever we're going to make each one of these divs a clickable button, because we don't want to make it into a button, and I'll tell you why later. Because all we want to do is when we make this div into a clickable button, we're just going to add event listeners to it. That way I have a little bit more granular control, and I'm not beholden to browser default like stylings or events for buttons. So we're starting with blank slates, and I can just have more control, basically, in how it looks, how it acts. That's basically why I'm doing divs instead of buttons. So I'm doing divs as buttons in my toolbar instead of buttons because two reasons. One, I don't want default stylings applied to these buttons, and I don't want and browsers in different browsers handle those buttons differently, and I don't want that to happen to these toolbar buttons. So I'm putting them in divs so I can have more control over them, especially with styling, but also with events. I can tag events to this div and make it my own button, so to speak, and a very limited functionality button. So it doesn't have any additional things applied. No events or additional events are applied or stylings are applied. Div gives me more control. That was for, I was making a short for YouTube. Or I can edit it into a short, I guess. So let's think about like almost like Microsoft Word. So we want to like clear formatting. I guess that's also a macro button. And do I have that as an icon? Don't. I have circle. What's in circle? We can add audio files, like embedding you like videos and such. Table. Do we have table? Ew. We do have table. Let's work on table. So, WYSIWYG, where you be? There you are. And let's add the horizontal div or the vertical div. Then we'll start with table. Okay, so what else would we need? Page editor. Or just a what you see is what you get page editor. So we want to create a list. We did that. Headings for different text styles. Color, font color. Go to text styles. Boom. We have our color. I wonder if this is allowed. We have the letter A. Don't have that awesome icon. I don't have a whole bunch of them in here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me again. There's a lot of faces in here. There we go. File, 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 file. Image is in there. Doesn't even get added to it. What the douche? What else do we need in a table editor? Or I mean a text editor. We have that. We have that. We have that. We don't have the numbered list. We don't have latex. support yet, but we could because we're just doing the toolbar. We're just doing the UI. Remember. Okay. Let's add a padding to the bottom of the WYSIWYG section. Padding bottom 10. Maybe it's PB Rail 10. There we go. Yeah. So that way we can see the full editor here. And then margin top 10. So we get away from here. I dig it. So technically we could turn that into a if we wanted to. But I don't think I'm going to. Okay, so we have so far a functioning looking, because it's a UI component piece, toolbar with instead of macros, this will be a macro bar with your text styles of paragraph, heading, subheading, and all that. Choose your font color, bold, italic, underline, left, center, right, hyperlink. All the basic functionality of a rich text editor. And this is within a content editable div. This is a content editable div. See, I don't want the I want to take the focus out where it's not outlined like that. Because then what you could do is combine multiple divs to make a complex form, so to speak, for these page editors, because then you could have a main content, tags, so on and so forth, category. Well, technically, I would do categories as a multi-select. But you know, something like that, or like even for SEO, or like even like descriptions, excerpts, different meta content pieces extracted from the main piece of content can be all used with a content editable div, which is pretty friggin' sweet. And then we need to get component form stylings in here. Go to student so I can the text. Oh no, I don't want to change. Just changing text. That's all we're doing. Okay. So that's a pretty good start for that first hour, was creating that toolbar. So let me do this. We'll do section copy, component, text. Oh, nope. Components. Still. Oh, that's that progress bar. So we're going to rename that progress. And then folded editor, file, text, editor. And then we'll do the dang thing. Text editor toolbar. Toolbar. Bam. Saved our component there. Progress. Hey. We are working up quite a dev storm here. Cool. So in our first hour, let me go back to this screen. I'm sorry. We created this skeleton for a rich text editor toolbar. Let me repeat. I'm sorry. In our first hour so far, we have worked on this content editor skeleton. We created this toolbar with all the necessary basic functionality buttons with down from bold all the way down to paste. And then creating some dummy macro buttons like creating contacts or adding a table, things like that nature of creating a more word-like text editor in the browser. Okay, so now that I made another video for YouTube and LinkedIn, let's see. That's a good stopping point for now. So let me come back over here. And let me add this to the git commit message. Added base component styles for tool text rich text editor toolbar. Then what else did we do? Added base components. For RTE toolbar component. In components repo. Let's push that. Come on now. Push it for me. I want to take the break so I can take my dog outside to potty. Connection was reset. Come on. Thank you. Now we can take a break. And I can take my sweet girl out to potty. Sweet girl. Lady. Wanna go outside? Lady. BRB. Also did my squats while I was away, so I had to catch my breath. So I knocked 15 out really quick. Woo! And it's cold outside. And I was kind of playing around with my doing that at the same kind of made me lose my breath. So what I want to do now is I want to break up my utility styles I have for this hero section, and I want to make them into component styles. So let's go back here, and let's go to the hero. So what we want to do, want to take these. We kind of already did it. So let's see what so we need to take out that. Okay. And then I don't want to add any padding yet. Cool. So we fixed it. Change that flex direction to the column. Make sure everything is the same. It is, but we're gonna put things in the same spot. So now if we did do what we wanted it to do. Oh. that's working. Okay, so in order, we need to always add our wrapper shell container classes at the beginning. Remember to do this. What we're gonna do. Hero content. Display flex. Flex direction column. Then justify items. I think. Maybe it's justify content. Center. Align items. Center. The width is 90% of the container's value. The height is 100% of the container. Background color white 100. Margin 0 auto. And then if we did hero content, it should stay the same. Why? No, we don't want to inherit that size either. This is quite a pickle. Something's not adding up here. Yeah, wrapper's only adding padding, so So what is view heights technically? Oh, chat. What is view heights exactly? In CSS? And how does it compare and contrast with percentage based value? Let's see what it gives us. Okay, in CSS, VH is a unit of measurement that stands for viewport height. Yes. It represents a percentage of the height of the browser's viewport. Oh. One view height equals 1% of the height of the viewport. 100 viewport heights equals 100% of the height of the viewport. Before I read any further, if I recall, percentage-based values are, say, like height and the width. A percentage height and width is based on the size of the container that it's within. Boom! Viewport height is based on the viewport's height, the visible area of the browser window. But that's also incorrect because I have it set for hero content of 100% of the heights, but it's not taking it up. We'll ask. So I have a hero container that has percentage based values but holds a content container that holds 100 viewport value and does not take up 100% of the viewport. Why is this? This issue arises because the value for the content container is relative to the viewport height, while percentage-based values for the hero container are relative to its parent container. If the parent container doesn't fully expand to fill the viewport, the content container's height of 100 view heights may not align visually with expectations. I think I have that set in config. About to sneeze again. I wish I could have clipped that, but it's okay. I'll have it on VOD, I think. You man. Okay, so let's go back. Oh no, I need to double check the config. Big HTML. Yep, that's there. I did. Okay, so I'm still able to do this. Okay, so if I want that to work, so how do I have the base? Okay, so I need hero dark. Be 60 view heights. Okay, that's way better. And then I want the height to be 100% of that. Fuck. I mean, frick. Maybe we just need to keep it like that. We'll just keep it like that for now. We'll just keep it like that for now. And then we can keep that like that. Remember, put this at the beginning. Don't mind this at all. That's fine there too, for now. I guess we could turn this into a component, call it nav list or nav link or something. I think we already did that. No, we just have the bars, so then we have nav link. We'll just do nav. Nav. Let's put that comment in there. So I know what I'm styling. Display. Flex. Gap is 3 view it. Just like a between outline items center. That's that. I just didn't have. Okay, yeah. Get it right. Now we just have that simple class there. Because the only thing we don't want to hard code into component classes is, like, for text, it would be color. That'd be one thing we don't want to do that. So it would be like heading blue or heading red. Or even like certain styles like italicized, bolded, underlined, things like that. We want to add outside because the base component classes that we're trying to create the base styles. So like say for a heading, we want to give it a certain size, weight, and some margin and padding. So we want to add some additional component classes, like for specialized use cases. So we'll do heading, like the one before, heading padded, or heading form, heading this, heading that. To where we'll combine component classes to create slightly more verbose class names, but still not more verbose than if like you chained a whole bunch of utility classes like this, which is still good. It's quick and fast. You just do blah 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 blah, and not have to write a separate CSS file for each thing that you're making. Like it's just boom, all the same. That's like they say, it's CSS, a better CSS inline than doing like the style or whatever. I think the next thing would be like form stylings. I do believe, because we did do our hero components. Like I still need to work on naming conventions here, or even syntax, because we're still running into, like with hero here, like, do I want to give you options of using dash and colons? Yes, I do. And let you figure out what convention you want to use. I may do that. We'll see. We shall see. All right, let's work on one more thing before break time, and then we shall move into the arena of EWePress. Let's work on adding like data attributes to some of these bullets. I've been kind of wanting to work on swatches for so long. So let's do this. Aquaflux light. Text color. Learn to type. Text. And let's go to watch Aqua Fluxin. No. But a simple fix. So let's see. Right below the form here, text medium, text color, aqua flux light. All right, let's work on swatches. Text color, aqua, azure, text color, aqua flux, AQ effects. We always got to test just to see what it looks like. Oh, yeah. And let's change that. Black 7. So these blues can stand out a little bit better. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get a little bit famooshed. Eggs, bacon, and toast. Every morning. And let's go back. Copy Azure ePhone. And why we're doing this is so we can hook these swatch themes to like data attributes. Because we can go into Figma, add this swatch, and then create layouts with it, and then we have a better idea of like what component styles we want to create with that. But we're just getting base styles right now, making sure they work. So it's seaweed, sea foam. Sea foam. Seaweed. Cool. I like it. Because then what you could do when you get too dark, you just switch the background color. Make it stand out better. Cool. Well, technically what we should do is Aquafux. Then above the root, we do our imports. Touch. Take that out. That in. That. Still. Should work. I know I do like the fact that it would have had would have remembered what was defined in root. But I find that it's easier to separate them out as we go along. Is what it is. Because this is the base color here that we defined all of the libraries with, like the monochromatic, triad, complementary, split, analogous. Maybe analogous. Aquafux ain't That'd be. Guess analogous will be base swatch because it's all complementary colors, I guess. Technically, it's not complementary, technically. But you know what I mean. I need to make sure that that's even correct. Because sometimes when you did Adobe Color or something like that, like it would change the base color if you clicked it in any weird spot. So I just need to double check that before I do Triad. Monochromatic seems pretty accurate. So we might do that. But I did. We might have to think of like a special utility class name for all types of triads swatches, because if it ends up being like this contrasting, like we'll definitely need to come up with a name. Because Aquaflux and having red, yellow, gold, brown, and stuff like that does not make sense, because aqua means blue and greens and stuff like that. So we gotta look forward to when that hits the fan. So now we could do background colors, or at least get it started. Background.css. We gotta do all the hover.css, icon.css, border.css. What was that last one? Shadow.css. I think those are all of. We might have to add another one for like state, for like focus, like stuff like that. So let's try adding something like that as something like a test, and we'll do it within the swatches. So add import. Need to add background. Same thing. Border. And all of the other classes we made, including hover, icon, if I recall correctly. S becomes, or happens before T, and then we're going to add date in. So while we are on that realm, or in that line of thinking, let's do. What would it be? State. Let's try. Focus. This. Full. Outline. We'll say 2 pixels. So we would have to do something like in this editor here. I don't know why I started with focus first, but that's what we're working with. There's the toolbar, content editable, then we'll do focus. I don't know if that did anything. Oh, it did. I wonder if that happens in the toolbar. Where are you, toolbar? Oh, it doesn't do that there. As it shouldn't, but it does it there. So, in doing that, do I have a base state? I do. So you have state component style. Then you have state style, which include like focus editable, hover, all that. The state styles, like with hover, that's also, I mean, we're selected and stuff like that. Oh, but also you can define state in many ways, like state that's inherent within base HTML stuff. So like I was talking about, like focus visible, hover. Also, you have software defined state, like things that we're defining here, like the state of the editor, like what is the state of the content in real time, like how many characters are in it, things like that, or is the text bolded at this moment in time upon save. All these different state mechanisms that you have to keep track of, but there's different visual cues for different states. So we can't just define state as one base object, right? So I guess that's what I tried to do here. So, but it can also be all-encompassing to where, you know, certain cases like with danger, say red button, red background, red text, danger BG or danger text. But there's many ways of tracking and identifying what the state of each component or the app is at a certain time. So that's what I was talking about, or getting to. And I guess we could add state classes to each color, but that would be like, say, we would add state here. Would you want to add state for black? I mean, you could if you wanted to, but we could also, so what do we have for hover? Yeah, we just got a lot of base like style classes that will trickle in through bigger moves, so to speak. What changes did I make? Oh, I added the component classes, that's right. Push that to the repo. Sweet. Getting ready for break number 2 here. So let's get set up. Where's my create here? Like this here. Like I can make this bigger. Like we can work more on the graphic design of Kiwi Press. And maybe code out the skeleton of this, because this is where we want logic to be applied. Because Kiwi Press is technically going to be Kiwi Engine, like, and the Kiwi Press part is just like a little module, but it starts out as Kiwi Press. Let's take another little break. I'll be back in like 5-6 minutes.
For the nobody that is out there right now, I have to use the bathroom. So the break is going to be extended, so I'm gonna reflect that. Now it accurately reflects what's happening. BRB.
I'm so sorry, Dom, if you. Oh, dude. Awesome. You're still here. Thank God. And yes, I did take a poo poo. That was a dookie. Great old dookie duke. What's up, man? Good morning. You're up fairly early. That's still almost 8 o'clock, but I mean, still. What time did you end up going to bed last night? Yeah, man. And it's a little late for me because technically, on the usual schedule, I'd be at work and I don't take poops at work. Well, that ain't too bad. I passed out a little probably before that. I'm turning into an old man. And we need to make this bigger for sure. That probably. Make that into a 32. Then we'll turn that into a 40. That looks a little bit better. But yeah, did you end up playing or finishing with Dragon Age? Right now, what we got going on is, I don't know if you are familiar with WordPress. I think one of my clips that plays is actually me saying the White House uses WordPress as their content site. But I'm making what's called a headless architecture. So basically, it takes all of WordPress functionality and just you're able to build whatever you want using whatever front end kind of thing. So you're not beholden to WordPress stuff. Nah, I want to, but gaming's just been stuck for me. No, I get that, dude. Like, I played what game was I playing? Like, Borderlands 3 crashes my computer. But it could be a misconfiguration on some things. But nonetheless, like, if I'm running Discord and just Borderlands 3, before it could even start up, crashes the PC every time. Or, because I was trying to do a playthrough of Borderlands, and then, like, there's certain games that are fine on here. It's just like, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah, man, like, like we were talking about last night, like, Borderlands 3 for me was, like, the storyline, like, was weird. It seemed like it was trying to get too into culture, like having the two like bosses or whatever be like streamers was kind of like, I mean, did we have to do that? It just didn't seem like it fit. I don't know, it was just weird. It just seemed like Borderlands 2 with updated graphics, and there was nothing, didn't seem like anything that felt new. I didn't even watch the Borderlands 4 trailer. Let's pop that up. I need to turn it off on my side too. I want to get the full. Just in case. That was it? Yeah, but I mean, do we even need volume for that piece of shit? I mean, sorry, piece of garbage. I'm trying to get better with cursing. Pals. Let's just turn on desktop audio. Let's try another one. Let's do the official. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, it looks, I mean, it looks good, but I mean, like you said, like, it looks like Borderlands. So it's like, I mean, so, like, here's the question that we both need to ask ourselves here is, like, what do we expect in an innovative, like, another innovative step for Borderlands? What is that next step to, elevate it, so to speak? And yes, we can still air our frustrations about the woes of 3, but like, how do we take that and make a better experience? You know what I mean? Right? Because like, I went through the first Borderlands, like, I found a pistol that was like 300 damage or whatever. It was like, that was one of my main weapons or whatever. I was like, man, how can I run a pistol for the whole entire game? Like, I did have to use all 4 weapons at like boss level fights and stuff like that, which was good. Like, I had to utilize like my entire stuff, but like, I relied on, you know, I say farming, but more like looting and stuff like that, and just doing all the quests and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't know. I would like a better skill tree, and like, instead of like base 4 characters, like having a true RPG experience and being able just to like meld whatever character you want just based on the character tree or like the skill tree that you design. almost like a Path of Exile kind of thing, or Diablo 4. Like you just you create your character by the path of skills you create. I mean, that would be nice. Yeah, you know what I mean? That would be the only way I would think about it because, like, it always looks good. They always add, like, new enemies and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know. There's a smart way of doing, like, your loot tables versus, like, skill tree kind of thing. I don't know. Like, speaking about, like, talking about games makes me want to start, like, working on my game. I may do that in a little bit after I go to Dispenser Raw. Saturday, right? I don't think they have 11. But yeah, we're working on the visual aspect of my Kiwi Press app. I mean, I could keep going with Juice. Probably should. Probably will. But we can work on the. Let's delete that. Copy paste. That. Then. Is that a part of something? It's not. That's why. That, and that. And then. Big card. Where the breakfast burritos from, man? And I will be the. It's like what Whataburger calls a burrito is technically a taquito. I guess it depends on the size. Sonic has some pretty fire burritos. I mean, what's the difference really between a breakfast burrito and a taquito? Because it can't be contents, because you can get like an everything taquito. I mean, a Sonic breakfast burrito versus a Whataburger taquito. What's the difference? Starbucks, you bougie, yeah. Who goes to Starbucks for breakfast? Well, I mean, there's no spices in it. Like for the taquito, it's just literally egg, cheese, and whatever breakfast meat wrapped in a tortilla. So I mean, really, I guess it comes down to the size of the tortilla shell, or is it the type of tortilla shell? Are breakfast burrito flour tortillas and taquitos corn tortillas? What is your breakfast burrito like a wheat tortilla? Wait, what are you talking about? Not like actual corn. I'm like the base of the tortilla. Well, grits is corn. Grits is ground up corn. So yes. Let's look up exactly what corn is. I mean, corn. I know what corn is. What is a grit made of? Ground corn. Yeah, so just like, is it a taquito or is it a burrito? Burritos, some breakfast burritos have beans in it. Taquitos do not. Solved. Because I know some of the breakfast burritos you can get, like, convenience stores have beans in it. Burrito. I mean, you can put a taquito inside a burrito as long as that burrito has beans in it. Or technically, you could put, dude, listen to this. You do like a bigger tortilla, put a whole bunch of cheese grits in it. Then you put a taquito in the middle, and then you wrap it. So it's like a cheesy gordita almost, like, but it has like it's wrapped in cheese grits. Dude, I might make that because I got tortillas here. That sounds delicious. What would I call that? Taquito! A stinquito is what I'm going to call it. Would you like a couple of stinquitos? Happy? So you say burnt burr, I go, pig. It's a pig, puppy. Oh yeah, let's make it extra stinky. Oh, that's a big sneaky culo. Yeah. So how we want pages to look here? Oh, whoa! Why did I move that? Didn't mean to move that. Uh. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh God. Oh God. Okay, we're good. Oh, get out. Part of group. Put. Do with it. Put it below the card. There we go. Card. Delete that one. Big card copy. Paste it. That's what I wanted. Now we pages. A um. Do we want it the same size? Uh, there was. I just clicked too much. So we want to display all the pages that are there. So we'll copy paste. Technically, actually, link group that. Incorrect. Now, gotta make them a little bit smaller. Not how we do it though, mate. Tangle. Oh, that's why. There we go. What is this? What is this going on here? Why aren't group? Thank you. We can change that now. Finally. What other pages can you have? About page. That's a good one. Yeah, good job. Good page. News. No, let's not do news. Whole thing. Log in. And then a sign up page. This is just for you. Come up with. So now we can do view, edit, and delete. Yeah. Let's crud it up, y'all. Do a create button up here. Fine. Kind of deep. Stroke. Two stroke. Get a green. Then down here, we'll make 3 of the 1, 2, and these will be edit buttons. Different types of edit. So this first, whoa. What's going? Do 1.5 because it's all right. First button is going to be have a create, have an edit. Have a preview. Then we have a delete. Let's add the text. We have edit. View. instead of doing view, we'll do this. We'll do add an icon. And we'll do the trash icon. And let's change the font sizes. Yeah. How's that burrito, Dom? Bricker. I like that. And then let's do another text here. We'll call same color button. Because you can do the same from the menu, but this kind of thing. Page cards. And I'm mentally making a note of components I need to make. Oh, yeah. Totally forgot. Got the tunes. Button. Oh, I gotta name the home page. Call it Tyler Container. Now we have home. Copy. Boom.
should look better. Maybe I could stand to make those bigger, I guess. If this is the true layout. Well, dang. Bro. What's up? Your squad wipe? Oh, dude, I'm getting hungry. Damn. I'm not glad I missed it. I'm sad I missed it. Would have been sweet. But see, I want to add some styles there. Oh, no. I copied and pasted. That's the downside of copying and pasting. The interactions also copy over. So, I mean, this is something to go by, I guess. So I can just take these colors and define a theme with it, actually. Honestly. Yeesh! So that was the state styles we were working on earlier. So technically, let's make a swatch. Call it new file, KiwiPress SS. Root that mofog. Then we could do KiwiPress primary. Prime. Let's. It might be an HSL. Can I look at the color, please? But 156, 88, 61. 156, 88, 61. 156, 186, 156, 88, 61. Dairy, I guess. One 73, 76. KP. 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 O. I guess is what we'll call it for now. At edit color. Was it that color? Oh yeah, I guess I did. FF9. 28,163. Then view, I think was secondary. 08264. 08264. Have you ever played? Is Spectre Divide available on Xbox or the Arena? Are those crossplay? And then let's do this right. We did theming. Key press. We had to have a dark color. And we also have gotta have a gray. And those are there. AP. Dark. Zero 20. Go. Then we got our theming colors there. I guess we could do component styles for. Oh no, but we added the swatch in there. Then we did basic Aquaflux text, I think, for right now. Exported. So now what we want to do is this right here. So what data editor. And let's ask good old Chat GPT what it thinks on a white screen. So, with this code, how can I? What options are at disposal? And then as it gives me an answer, we'll go back over here. Because right now we're focusing on the text editor down here that I made the UI piece for. I didn't make a charge to that card because there's no money on that card. All right. So what does it say? The data JC editor default attribute is a custom data attribute in HTML. Yeah, I know. For theming, to apply different styles dynamically to the toolbar element based on its value. Okay. We can combine it with classes. Simple, minimal features, advanced mode. Okay. Okay. Also good. Mutation observer. Something to make note of. Mutation. 3. Yes. Go. Make this a bit more. Mutation observer is what it's called. That's something I need to read up on outside of here. Go back. Okay. So we can tie it to different things. So we can add different custom data attributes to these, to my text editor here in the future. But we're just creating basic UI components for it. Cool. Well, I think I'm going to call it at the 3-hour mark, which is in like 2 minutes anyway. So let's go to here. That's not chat. I might get on a little bit later. Like I said, after I eat my breakfast and go to the. But breakfast feast. But Dom, I appreciate you coming in. Saying what's up. I don't know if you're still here. I don't know if you're enjoying your burrito or if you had to go do what you got to do. But do what you got to do, man. I'm going to wrap up here. We already made commits to the juice. Let me throw. It's the link to the repository for the Juice UI. Working on. And remember, it's this thing. Everything that's part of here, stylings, layouts, and all of that, that's all part of it. Little bits, little bits. No. And hopefully later, I want to work on more architecture stuff. Do a little bit of architecture stuff and then start doing game dev. I think we'll focus more on game dev on the channel and then just highlight stuff. Because I made another channel. So if you can see in the title now. It should have my new channel in there. Yeah. So that will hopefully focus more of the juice stuff on there. Boom. So that way we can split up the good stuff. I want to have game dev on this channel more often and then have my web dev and full stack stuff on the other channel. So we will we'll work on doing that. But Dom, again, thank you for stopping by. Enjoy your breakfast. Give Nitro Citrus a follow. What else? What else? What else? That be it. We'll see you guys here in a few hours after breakfast and some errands. Peace.